Yo, what's good, everybody? It's the Storm Podcast, and we are here with a Black Panther Wakanda Forever review. I'm your host, Malcolm. I'm here with my boys.
Yo, it's C2.
What up?
Your boy E-Man.
What's good? What's good? Yo, we are here to talk about this movie. Let's start off the same way we start off with all of our reviews. Let's give it a number. E?
I think I gotta give it a 10, bro.
10?
I think I have to.
Okay. C?
8.9.
8.9. I'm going with 10. Yeah, I'm going with a 10. This shit was fucking fantastic.
This might be like a crazy statement. This might be the best movie I've seen. Like, that was amazing, bro.
All right, like not you're getting a little ahead of yourself with the best movie you've ever seen.
Bro.
It was good though.
Like, I almost wanted to stand up at some points. Like, I was hyped. I was excited. Like, I didn't really have nobody next to me, and I was just like hyped, bro.
Yeah, this
it was good.
This is a good movie. It is, in my opinion, better than the first Black Panther.
Yeah.
It's the best Marvel movie I've seen in I don't know how long.
For sure.
It was fantastic, man. It was fantastic. The writers and director and actors all went absolutely insane on this movie.
And like the thing that just makes it better for me is it was like it had everything that I liked about Marvel. Like all the Iron Man stuff, we kind of got that. Like we got the Black Panther stuff. And I was like, these are the two niggas that I love.
Yeah.
You know, and Spider-Man, but we ain't getting on. That's okay.
Yeah, nah, this was fire. I think that this movie was a perfect representation of Chadwick Boseman and T'Challa's life at the same time. I think they did a very good job of not wrapping it up, but putting all of that in one movie. This movie was filled with grief. This movie was filled with death. It was filled with responsibility. It really had all those aspects that you would go through in real life. And I think that this movie was really important for the characters of the movie to grieve and kind of like get better.
Yeah.
It was for the actors in the movie to grieve and grow. And it was for the viewers to grieve and grow. And I think that they did a fantastic job in all of those aspects.
And I think they did a great job at just showing their real, like the actors' emotions toward Chadwick Boseman and like the characters and T'Challa's death. Like,
yeah,
they fused it like perfectly.
There were a lot of points in this movie where I was watching and I was like, they're not acting right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, this scene, this isn't acting.
There were a lot of scenes where they were like crying and stuff like that I was like, they are serious right now.
Because Chadwick Boseman, like when you work on a movie like that, you're gonna start to create relationships, you know?
Yeah.
Like you're gonna create relationships and friendships, and they've known him for a really long time. And when you create something together, that's an even deeper bond. So losing Chadwick Boseman really was like losing a family member. And I think that made it feel even more authentic in a lot of the grieving process, in a lot of the acting, because it wasn't acting. It was them keeping it a stack. It was them just expressing their honest feelings about Chadwick.
And like, in my opinion, well, I feel like that would be everybody. You can't act better than like the real thing. Like they weren't acting. It was perfect. I felt every piece of it because it was serious.
Yeah, it was very
like
authentic.
They were absolutely real, genuine tears. And I was like, I felt it.
Yeah, agreed. To start the movie off, I felt like the movie started very abruptly. I didn't feel like there was much warning. Not warning, but like, I didn't even know the movie was going to start. It just threw us right into it.
Yeah.
And I thought that was fantastic.
I was about to say, I actually kind of like that.
Yeah, I like that because I think it kind of made us feel how urgent and aggressive and surprising T'Challa's death and Chadwick Boseman's death was. How it just kind of, like, nobody was ready for it.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't ready for the movie to start. And it just kind of threw us in, them trying to save him. Shuri's desperately trying to figure out how to save him. And boom.
Yeah.
It's just over. And it just, before we got a chance to process it, before the actors got a chance to process it. Like I think that scene was really important because it mirrored real life in the sense of, yo, this shit happened fast.
Yeah.
Queen Ramonda and Angela Bassett acting their asses off. Oh
Yeah.
my god, the acting. Some of those scenes were so powerful and important when she was sitting talking to the UN.
Yeah.
Like, we lost our king. We lost our Black Panther, and now y'all are trying to take advantage of us, but y'all don't understand we're still Wakanda. Even on our worst day, y'all still can't finesse us. Like, stop
Yeah.
trying to play with us.
Like even when an actor can like, I don't know, invoke an emotion in the audience, that's great acting. Like I was mad. I was like, wow, these people are really trying to take advantage of Wakanda like that. Like
Yeah.
they had me heated.
She was giving that scene her everything. Namor, bro, I love Namor. Because in the movie, Ramonda took Shuri. They went down for the burning of the funeral garments. And she was
Yeah.
like, yo, when I sit and I think about my brother, it's not going to be these garments that's burning. It's going to be the world.
Yeah.
And that scene was powerful because it's like, yo, as of right now, Shuri is the smartest character we have in the MCU. Like, she is the smartest character. If she wanted to burn the world, she fucking could. Like,
Yeah.
she really could. She has Wakanda, she has vibranium, she has everything she needs. She could do it. And Namor pulled up like, yo, he like that was the perfect time for him to pull up because she's saying her aggression, like, yo, I'm going through it. And Namor pull up like, nah, we going through it.
Yeah.
And y'all gonna fix this shit. And it was like, I don't want to say it wasn't risky, but it was a very powerful choice for the director to make Namor call out T'Challa's quote unquote mistakes, being like, your son fucked up. Your son showed the rest of the world vibranium, and I know that shit been a problem for y'all, and now it's a problem for us.
Yeah, and it's the fact that he did it so many like times. Like even when Shuri went to, I forgot what it's called, like the ancestral plane, like even Killmonger was like, bro, he ain't get it done. You can get it done.
Yeah.
He was too noble. He wasn't like that for real. You can do it.
There were a lot of risky choices that I think worked out very well, and Namor doing that was like, it was like a shock to us because it was like, hey, bro, he fucked up.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to fuck y'all up if y'all don't fix it. And I fucked with Namor so much in this movie because Namor felt like what Black Panther is in the comics. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, you fuck with Talo Khan, you're going to have problems. I don't play about my people. I don't care what it is. You pull up over here, and I'm going to pull up on you. And when I bark, y'all gonna feel it.
Namor is the GOAT.
Yeah, nah, he's really goated. And I like how they played at his actual origins too, because he's the first mutant in the comics. Like he's the first mutant. And even in the movie, he was like, yeah, like the plant mutated me. And he said it, and I was like, oh shit.
That's how I was feeling.
Okay, cool. Like it's about to actually get lit out here. And Namor he different, man. He different. And he's way different than the comic one too. This Namor was, and what made him so powerful to watch on screen was the fact that he wasn't a villain.
Yeah.
There wasn't a villain of this movie, and when you're in real life, there's a couple different types of wars that can be fought. There are wars of, you got some shit I want, and I'm gonna go take it. But there's also wars of, I'm doing this to protect my people. And when it's two sides of, I'm doing this to protect my people, nobody's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, Namor wasn't wrong, and Shuri wasn't wrong. Yes, they probably could have come to a peaceful solution a little bit sooner, but they're both like, yo, I gotta do what's right for my people. I have no other fucking choice.
Yeah.
Namor didn't even want, like, he even said, he was like, yo, I tried to play peaceful with them. Like, I really did, and my bad. Like, I'm sorry to y'all for that. Because I tried to do it that way, and it didn't work. So now, let's go fuck them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit fire, bro. But let's backtrack a little bit and talk about Riri and Ironheart. When they first pulled up on the school, saw her, she obviously punking these white MIT kids getting it lit because she genius status out here. She know what the fuck she doing.
There.
I was instantly lit when I saw her because I've been an Ironheart fan since 2017, 2018. They go to the lab and Shuri like, yo, what you making? Is this Stark Tech? And she, yo, hey, chill out. Like, stay on my shit. Like, you don't got to worry about none of that. She's like, wait a minute, what you cooking up over here? Yeah, I told you don't touch shit, nigga. Like, back up. I got my stuff. And throughout the entire movie, they were making, and this ain't even her movie.
Yeah.
But they were making parallels between her and Tony Stark. And I think that those parallels were so subtle, but they were still fire. Because it was like, you know, when Obadiah Stane is yelling at Tony, like, he did this in a cave with a box of scraps. Like, he made this suit with nothing. And that was the same shit Riri was on. She's literally in a garage trying to find pieces to make shit.
She made a vibranium
detector out of scraps.
And sure, it's like some of these pieces are good, but some of these look like they came from a junkyard. And Riri really was like, I'ma just cook up with what I got. She made that suit, cooking up with what she had. She just had to make it happen.
Yeah, she could really turn up with anything.
Yeah, it was a cool comparison too when she was doing the drone and she was like running out of oxygen. She's like doing the math and all that stuff.
Oh yeah,
and,
of like Tony's first flight when he had the icing problem. And
yeah,
stuff
and he
like
was
that.
doing all that math and like his suit died and he had to turn it on right before it hit the ground. And Riri was on the same shit. I was like, oh
yeah,
okay. Like,
there were a lot of really dope parallels.
Yeah,
like
there were some
Riri
really
and
cool
Tony.
parallels.
Yeah,
even when she shot off the unibeam, I was turned.
that was hard.
Yeah, I was turned because that shit was cool as hell.
Yeah.
Her suit was fire.
I was about to say that might be like one of my favorite Iron Man suits in general.
Her suit was like, it was an Iron Man suit, but it also looked a little bit like Samus's suit a little bit.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
with the
it had the like blaster,
the blaster, and then the shoulders. It felt kind of like Metroid.
It did
And I
look
was
kinda
like,
that.
oh shit! And then like, it kind of had a Power Ranger feel to it too.
She was
Kind of
moving.
did,
Yeah, no, that suit was super cool.
yeah. She was really turning up with that. I like the heart design on the back. That was dope.
Yeah, the iron. Yeah, that was the scene where she like knocked it out and it fell
And then
on the
heart
ground.
fell. Yeah,
I was like, oh man, like
that's
that
how
shit-
we knew it was finna get lit.
I was like, that shit.
They
is
was
cool.
turning it up.
Yeah, no, that was some cool shit. Another one of the most powerful scenes in the movie, which really had me, was when Okoye had lost Shuri
Yeah,
and Queen Ramonda was like, yo, I'm stripping you of your Dora Milaje status, of your general status. You fucked up. Like, you fucked up. And she's like, yo, I want to make this right. I've given everything to this. And the other dude, like, yo, you being too hasty. She turned on her husband. And Ramonda, like, hey, don't play with me, dog. Like, don't play with me right now. I lost my husband. I lost my son. And now, because of her, I've lost my daughter. She can go see her traitorous husband anytime she want.
yeah.
My family's gone. I gave everything, and I'm tired of this shit.
As much as I love Okoye and I love Ramonda, bro, it would have been up. It would have been up. We
Yeah.
would have been fighting. I do not care.
And that scene was still graceful.
Yeah.
Because she really could have got out of body. Like, she really could have turned up and been pissed.
Yeah.
But she still had, like, even through all of her anger and frustration and grieving, she still was able to handle it in a very peaceful and poised manner, instead of, because she could have tweaked on Okoye, but she still did it in a very regal sense. When Ramonda went to see Nakia, I don't know what I was on. Like, I get, like, the funeral and everything. I was grieving a little bit, too, during the funeral. I did not realize that Nakia was not there. Until Nakia said it, I hadn't, for some reason, it just went right past me.
I just didn't really think about it. Like, I just automatically assumed everybody would be there for T'Challa's funeral.
Yeah, I didn't even realize. She was like, yeah, I didn't go to the funeral because, and I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
She wasn't there.
not
I ain't
at the
even
funeral.
peep she wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. And Ramonda was like, yo, Nakia, like, you're the only one that can do this. Can you go get my daughter? And Nakia made that shit happen.
I didn't even know she was like that for real.
I knew she was like that.
She was like that for real.
Yeah. She made that shit happen.
Like, easy, too. Them water bombs were crazy. Those were heat.
Yo, throughout the whole movie, those water bombs got it done. Those water bombs were the MVP of that movie.
Those were
Them
the
water
most-
bombs is better than some Stark tech.
Right. I'm like, the most multi-purpose weapon I'd have ever seen.
Yeah, any situation, they just throw a water bomb, you good.
Those are the only weapons they had. They had spears and water bombs. Got it done.
And that shit worked.
Got it done.
Yeah, nah, them water bombs was crazy.
Bruh.
You could rule the world with some of them.
It's over with.
Namor and his people to pull up nasty.
Yeah.
Pull up nasty. Watching him fly was amazing. When
Bro,
the
he
ships
was
were shooting at
going
him,
dumb.
he was like jumping through the air, and
Yeah.
that shit was so cool.
That was awesome.
The way he was,
They did that perfectly because I feel like that's
Boom.
how he would fly. Like that's the only way he can fly. He's
Yeah.
like stepping through the air.
Watching M'Baku snap into action, just instantly jump in the water, get to save him, motherfuckers. Like, yo,
Everybody up.
That's like I couldn't believe that. When I saw that, I was like, "You just jumped in the water against fishmen." Like, I don't believe that.
That's
part
how 10
recorded.
toes he was.
No,
Like that's
you gotta
dope.
save people.
Yeah, but I don't believe that at all.
you gotta save him. What you gonna do?
No-
Let people die?
Nobody in a real situation is like, "Oh shit, we're fighting fish people. Let me jump in the water."
Nah, real talk though.
You're never gonna do that.
In my mind, he kind of like the Shadow Hokage. He like, I'm a fight I'm in the back. I'm not the Hokage for real. I'm not the protector of Wakanda.
Right.
But when I need to turn up, I'm there.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think M'Baku is really dope. Namor pulled up on the glass, went to break through it. Ramonda didn't even flinch.
Didn't even flinch, bro.
She didn't even fucking flinch.
Goat status.
That was some of the rawest shit. He boom, and she just stood there like, I'm gonna protect Riri.
It kind of felt like a parallel. I don't remember when it was in the last Black Panther movie, but they did something similar to that, where somebody hit the glass and it just didn't budge.
I don't think she didn't flinch, not because of the glass. I don't think it was because she knew the glass wouldn't break. I think she didn't flinch because she was like, I ain't got shit to be scared of. I ain't got shit to lose no more. Like, fuck
Yeah.
it, bro. I'm gonna protect what I'm gonna protect.
Yeah.
And even when they were underwater, Ramonda had the opportunity to swim up. She could have swam up and been good. But she
Yeah.
went and she saved Riri. And she's Queen Ramonda. They call her Queen Mother. And she really is all of their mother. And I think she saw Riri, this is a child, I need to protect her. And she went in and she got them. She got Riri and started swimming up. And she lost her life for it. But it just perfectly encapsulated her character as Queen Mother of, I have to save this child.
Yeah.
I have no choice but to save this child. And she did it. And
Yeah.
she died, but she did it.
I mean, she gets it done as the queen.
Yeah, she
takes
definitely got
her
it done as queen.
responsibility.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. And the best quote in the whole movie to me was when Namor said, "Bury your dead, mourn your loss, you're a queen now," and dipped. I was sitting there like, whoa.
Yeah, bro.
Killing Queen Ramonda right there from a writing aspect was insane.
Yeah, that caught me very, very off guard.
I could have never
I did
predicted
not
that.
think that was gonna happen.
Could have never in a million years predicted that. That
Right.
caught me so off guard. And it was just adding on more death and more grief is crazy. And for Shuri to deal with all that, Shuri just lost her dad, 6 years ago?
Yeah,
To her, less than that because she got snapped away. She just lost her brother 1 year ago. Now she lost her mom. It's really just me out here.
yeah,
Like, it's just me. I'm all I got now. And that's crazy.
yeah, bro.
That's crazy. And she was like, yo, give me, I'm making a new Black Panther. I gotta get that herb. I gotta come back. I got to. And when she went down to the ancestral plane, she was like, yo, I'm trying to see my mom. Like, I gotta see my mom. She pulled up, and it was not her mom.
Yeah,
It was Killmonger.
the goat. What?
That was
That was
great.
one of the highlights of the movie for me. Like that was awesome.
Him
That
being
was
there
perfect.
was crazy.
Yeah,
I wasn't ready for that. And it made the movie even deeper because he was like, it's crazy you see me because you're here for revenge. Like, you're not here. You could have seen there's a reason why the ancestral plane didn't show you your mom.
yeah.
There's a reason the ancestral plane didn't show you your brother. We know the reason why it didn't show her brother.
Oh yeah, of course.
But he was like, there's a reason why. There's a reason you see your cousin, me, because you want to see shit burn. You want some revenge. You want shit to go crazy. So what you gonna do? And we didn't see it at the time, but she was like, oh, I'm gonna make it happen.
yeah, bro.
She was like, don't worry.
That's when I was like, oh, it's finna go up.
Yeah.
I was excited after that. After I saw Killmonger, I was like, oh, it's gonna be a huge shift. Everything in the emotion is gonna be a crazy shift. She finna be bodying niggas.
Final battle scene. It's time to get it done. Now, this is where I am with you, Chris. Because I was like, yo, I get y'all trying to get the jump on them, but being in a boat probably isn't where we're trying to make this happen. I get the game plan because they thought it was going to be one and done, hit them hard, and now it's over with.
Yeah.
But it's still on a boat.
And it just wasn't in their favor. Like, even to fight them, they had to run down a boat. Like, this.
Hey, that shit was
it's
cool.
not practical. It looked awesome.
Nah,
it looked great.
No. That looked amazing.
Yeah, that
visually.
was a great
But this
scene.
clearly
Would
isn't the
I
practical
ever-
way to fight these people.
Would I ever fight them like
yeah,
that?
like,
No.
that
Yeah.
clearly wasn't practical.
'Cause if
And they
the
were
boat
already
sinks-
down in numbers.
If the boat sinks, it's up.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of fish niggas versus me.
Yeah,
like the
it was-
second they fell in the water, you saw what was happening. They was getting eat. They were getting
it
eaten
was
like
getting-
sharks.
Yeah, fighting on that boat probably wasn't the move, but they thought it was going to be, boom, attack them, snatch Namor up, and end this quick. Little did they know that they had millions of them damn water bombs
Yeah.
to fuck this whole plan up.
Boy.
They those
Pulled
water
out
bombs.
that big ass bag full of water bombs,
Crazy.
dude.
Them
Them things
water
could
bomb-
get anything done.
MVP. Like
Anything done.
give me
bro.
some water bombs and I'm winning.
It's over with.
I'm gonna win this fight. I'm gonna win this fight.
That was the best tech I've seen ever.
I'll take the water bombs over Black Panther suit. Shit,
Bro, for real.
Them water bombs was
Nah,
crazy.
Cap.
Yeah, no, not actually.
Cap.
But them water bombs was crazy.
They was going crazy in them suits this
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, the fight between Shuri and Namor when they were in the desert. Oh my god,
Yeah.
they were scrapping. She snatched his ankle feather out. He picked her up and slammed her into the ground. They were scrapping for real.
Yeah, that shit was brutal.
That was a brutal fight, and I felt the fury and the desperation in that fight.
Like, I feel like Marvel is pretty safe with their fights.
Mhm.
I was like a little bit more on the gruesome side. Like,
snatching that foot
Shuri
feather
got
was-
stabbed. She cut the feathers off. Like,
When she
I
snatched the
thought
foot feathers
I
out,
thought she snatched a wing out.
yeah,
Yeah,
like,
like-
Like, yeah,
off
like
of
the
the feet.
full. Like I thought she took the full thing.
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, damn.
And she,
And then he tries to fly afterwards. He can't really
wobbly.
fly.
he picking her up, smashing her down. They were really scrapping for real. Then
Yeah.
she got stabbed through, and then that's when she hit the flashback, and she like, oh, I'm gonna make that nigga beg. He gonna beg for mercy. When she said, broke it and jumped off of that mug and got
Yeah.
back to fighting again, I was like, oh no.
yeah.
This is real right now. Like, this is getting intense. She had him down and was like, yo, I'm about to kill him. Perfect time to see Ramonda. She like, yo, show him who you are. Show him who you are. She like, damn, all right.
But like, even before that, the way that she did it was so hard. When the jet like burned him,
Oh, that was
bro,
crazy.
that was lit.
That was crazy. She
Jumped over and was like,
boom.
boom, whole jet activates, burns his back up. I was like,
That part,
bro,
I forgot about that. That part
Heat.
was nuts.
that was the craziest way she could have won
funny
that fight.
because Brittany was like, "Oh, that was a cheap shot." I was like, "What do you mean?" The nigga just
That's right.
stabbed her.
She was gonna die.
I was like, "You can't call nothing a cheap shot," and like he just stabbed her.
that
Like,
part was insane.
he stabbed
bro.
her. And he was running to the water. He was like, oh,
Yeah,
shit.
that was the craziest way she could have won that fight.
No, that win was fire. And then she had him down on the ground, like, yo, I'm about to kill him. Like, I'm
Yeah.
really about to end this right now. And then her mom was like, yo, show him who you are.
who you are. Lit.
That reminded me of Mufasa in the clouds.
Yeah, it kind of
Remember
did.
who you are.
Yeah,
You
I
are
thought
my son. I felt that. That felt like Mufasa in the clouds.
they did a really good job with all the parallels to the first one. Because when he was fighting M'Baku, they were fighting in Rwanda or Ramonda.
Mhm.
Was like, show them who you are, and I was like, oh damn,
Yeah.
they did that shit.
Yeah, that was it. That was going crazy.
Yeah.
She was like, "Yo, if you yield right now, it'll be cool. Like, we're good. You yield, and Talokan will be safe. Your people will be good. everything will be chill. Like, don't even worry about it. And then they made the bond or the treaty, I guess you want to call it,
The pact? I don't
the
know.
pact. Thank you.
Yeah.
And everything was chill. Uh, the end of the movie, which I thought was crazy. It was time for Shuri to pull up to challenge for the throne, and M'Baku like, she ain't
She's
here.
not here.
She ain't here. I'm challenging for the throne. Let's do it. So I think that that's gonna be really interesting. That Shuri's gonna be the Black Panther, but she's not gonna be Queen.
Yeah.
She's just gonna be like, I protect Wakanda, but I'm not trying to rule. And I think M'Baku's gonna be king.
He'd be a great king.
After watching
He
this movie,
changed
M'Baku
a
will be a
lot.
fantastic king.
He changed a lot this movie.
I
Like,
like
in the
his character.
first Black Panther, he was like, nah, fuck all of y'all. It's our tribe. It's the Jabari tribe. I don't give a fuck about y'all.
Right.
But then this movie, it was like, yo, Wakanda is down bad. We need a place to go. He was like, slide to the Jabari tribe.
Yeah, I think he'd be a good king because he really was thinking things through. He understood, and not obviously, but he has a really good chance of winning. I think it'd be really interesting to see what it's like having M'Baku be king of Wakanda.
Yeah, and if he didn't win, like, who the fuck beat that nigga? Like, I want to see who won.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be that's gonna be a cool thing to see because it's been a long time since that family hasn't been in power.
Yeah.
T'Challa's dad, T'Challa, even Killmonger's still part of that family. Like, it's been a long time, so it's gonna be interesting to see what kind of changes come about and what happens differently now.
Yeah, and he's really the only one that's had any experience being like the leader of the whole tribe. Like, he was the leader of the Jabari, like he was up. So it's gonna be cool seeing him take control of the entire Wakanda. He's not really used to that.
Yeah,
Jabari's pretty small.
That'll be pretty interesting. So I'm excited to see that. And then one of the biggest reveals is T'Challa's son. T'Challa is here. And there were a lot of people who were like, yo, recast T'Challa. You can't have Black Panther without having T'Challa. Recast him. And this wasn't the time.
Yeah.
This was the family grieving, like his real family grieving, the actors grieving. It just would have came off disrespectful to just recast him.
Yeah, that would have been super disrespectful.
That wouldn't have been the wave. And I think that this was the absolute perfect way to do it because we will still have T'Challa in the MCU. Obviously, he'll get his moment later where he grows up and he takes over that mantle. But this was a genius move from Marvel because it was respectful, but we still do get T'Challa in the MCU, and it also gives them opportunities to do something different with T'Challa's character as well.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, that was interesting. Don't know why they didn't tell Shuri that they had a son before, but whatever. That's cool.
I don't know. Could have been dangerous.
If I was Shuri, I would have been pissed. Because when she said, "Did my mom know?" She was like, "Yeah." I'd be like, "All right." Like, come on now. Then fucking you ain't telling me for then. And then he said, "My mom said that you're really good at keeping secrets." Well, clearly she don't believe that
Yeah,
because she
don't
didn't
trust
tell
me.
me you was alive, nigga. Like,
don't trust me for nothing.
My mom said, "Your mom. Why didn't she tell me you was here then, bro?"
She lied to you.
Yeah. Like, damn.
Said, no, what? Matter of fact, no.
I mean,
Now I'm
I'm
snitching.
okay. I'm okay, I guess.
Yeah, that shit was cool, but I think that was a really good way to handle the whole T'Challa in the MCU situation.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird because is T'Challa gonna be the Black Panther later?
Of course.
Are they gonna like just time skip, or are we gonna have to wait for him to grow up?
It's probably gonna be we'll probably have to wait a little bit, maybe a time skip. Who knows? But I definitely
Just
think
a different actor.
Well, yeah, I know it's gonna be
You
like
could say
a
like
different
5
actor.
years later, and then just recast it again.
Yeah.
I mean, the MCU is gonna be here for a long time, so I'm sure we'll have.
Yeah.
It'll probably be some time before.
True.
Yeah,
Facts. True facts.
We've waited for stuff before, so I think we'll be good. But that was cool. That was a great movie. I really enjoyed it from start to finish. That was a masterpiece. Had a great time watching it. Fantastic. 10 out of 10, one of the best movies I've seen in a really long time. They made a masterpiece with this one.
Just great cinematography, like overall.
Agreed.
They just did a great job.
Yeah, agreed. That was fire. Well, thank y'all so much for watching. Let us know what y'all thought of the movie. This was fantastic. I want to know what y'all think. And we will catch y'all in the next one. We out. Peace.